Heaven is unfair. He is... What childish words. When you lose, you blame heaven. When you fail, you curse fate. When others rise, you scream injustice. Tell me, when did heaven promise you victory? When did it kneel before your birth and swear loyalty? It did not. You imagined that promise. And now you suffer from your own delusion. Heaven is fair. Its laws are absolute. Gravity does not favor kings. Death does not avoid geniuses. Time does not slow for the broken. The same sky covers beggars and emperors. The same earth buries them. What more equality do you want? You do not want equality of law. You want equality of outcome. How greedy. Two men stand beneath the same storm. One builds shelter, the other curses the rain. When lightning strikes the unprepared, he cries, "Unfair! Is the storm unjust? Or is the fool exposed?" Heaven does not care about your tears. It does not care about your excuses. It does not even care about your existence. You are not important enough to be hated. Understand this clearly. The universe does not conspire against you. You are simply too weak to survive it. You speak of morality. You say good people suffer and evil people prosper. And since when did heaven recognize your moral code? The wolf devours the lamb. The lamb bleats about innocence. Does the wolf starve out of sympathy? Strength feeds, weakness is consumed. This is not cruelty. It is function. You want heaven to reward kindness, but kindness without power is just decoration. You want heaven to punish cruelty, but cruelty with intelligence builds empires. History is not written by the kind, it is written by the capable. You think suffering makes you special. It does not. Suffering is common. Weakness is common. Complaints are common. Do you know what is rare? Adaptation, cold calculation, the ability to look at reality without flinching. You say, "I tried my best, your best." If your best failed, then your best was insufficient. Heaven does not grade effort. It only responds to effectiveness. If you plant seeds in stone, nothing grows. Cry to the sky if you wish. The stone will not soften. You want fairness? Very well. Heaven is fair. It gives every person obstacles. It gives every person time. It gives every person consequences. It does not interfere. It does not adjust difficulty because you feel overwhelmed. The same blade that cuts your enemy can cut you. The same opportunity you ignore will be seized by another. Heaven is impartial. That is why it is terrifying. If it hated you, at least you would matter. But indifference means you are insignificant. You are not punished. You are simply irrelevant. You say fate is cruel. No, fate is efficient. Those who adapt survive. Those who hesitate disappear. Look at the forest. The tall tree blocks the sun. The smaller trees struggle. Some grow twisted toward the light. Some wither in the shade. Does the sun choose favorites? No. The sun shines. The rest is positioning. You envy those above you. You say they were lucky. Perhaps. Luck is merely the intersection of preparation and chance. Chance exists for everyone. Preparation does not. You wait for opportunity. The strong create it. You wait for justice. The strong enforce it. You wait for heaven to notice your pain. Heaven does not even know your name. You fear this truth because it removes your excuses. If heaven were unfair, you could remain a victim. But if heaven is indifferent, then the responsibility is yours. Uncomfortable, is it not? Good. Discomfort is clarity. You think I despise heaven? No, I respect it because it is consistent, because it does not lie, because it does not pretend to care. Humans are hypocrites. They speak of fairness while manipulating outcomes. They speak of virtue while seeking advantage. Heaven does none of this. It is honest in its coldness. If you are weak, you suffer. If you are strong, you endure. If you are clever, you thrive. Simple, clean, brutal. You want a gentle world. Why? so you can remain soft. Soft things rot, hard things endure. The mountain does not apologize for being steep, climb or fall. The ocean does not apologize for being deep, swim or drown. Heaven does not apologize for being indifferent, adapt or perish. Every failure you experience is not a curse. It is feedback. Every humiliation is exposure. Every defeat is information, but you waste it. You waste pain on self-pity. You waste time blaming shadows, and then you ask why nothing changes. Heaven already gave you the answer. Cause has both effect, action, consequence. You simply dislike it. You want fairness? Here is fairness. The lazy and the disciplined both have 24 hours. The coward and the brave both feel fear. The difference is decision. The difference is execution. The difference is will. Heaven does not steal your potential. You abandon it. You say the world is against you. The world is not against you. The world is indifferent, and indifference is the purest battlefield. No bias, no mercy, no protection. Only law, only structure, only reality. Accept it, not emotionally, not reluctantly, coldly. If heaven will not care for you, then care for yourself. If fate will not favor you, then shape your own path. If the storm will not calm, then become the one who walks through it. Stop asking for justice. Start building strength. Stop demanding comfort. Start cultivating resilience. Stop blaming the sky. Start sharpening your mind. Heaven is fair. It does not bend. It does not kneel. It does not console. And that is why I trust it. Because it treats kings and insects the same. It grants opportunity without announcement. It delivers consequences without hesitation. It owes you nothing, and you owe it nothing. In this uncaring universe, only one thing matters. Can you endure? Can you adapt? Can you dominate the conditions placed before you? Or will you cry about fairness while others rise? Heaven will not answer. It never has. It never will. The silence you hear, that is your opportunity. Heaven is fair, it just doesn't care. Now decide, will you continue begging the sky, or will you become something it cannot ignore? You still cling to hope. Hope is a poison. It blinds the weak. It slows the clever. It softens the edges of the resolute. Do you think hope is necessary? No. Hope is the desire for heaven to care. Hope is a plea to an uncaring universe. Hope is weakness wrapped in illusion. Understand this. Heaven will not alter itself for you. It does not notice your wishes. It does not weigh your suffering. And yet, life continues. The stars continue their indifferent orbit. The rivers carve valleys without thought of the villages they swallow. The wind scatters leaves without concern for the children chasing them. Everything obeys law. Nothing obeys you. That is fairness. You call it cruel. You call it merciless. Fools see cruelty where only cause and effect exist. Fools see injustice where only consequence exists. Fools see personal attack where only universal law exists. You want meaning. You want reason. You want a moral hand to explain why the weak suffer and the strong prosper. There is none. There is only reality. The strong prosper not because they are blessed. They prosper because they perceive the patterns of the world. They prosper because they act where others hesitate. They prosper because they embrace truth, however bitter, however painful. Weakness cries for justice. Strength does not. Do you understand the difference? Justice is an invention of fear. Strength is a mastery of reality. The weak pray, the strong act. You fear indifference. You long for attention. You demand fairness. All illusions. The universe owes you nothing. Time owes you nothing. Death owes you nothing. Even the ground beneath your feet owes you nothing. It simply is. And in that truth lies power. Because when you abandon the illusion of justice, when you abandon the desire for mercy, when you abandon the need for recognition, You see clearly. The path is no longer obscured by complaint. The horizon is no longer blurred by hope. The battlefield is no longer clouded by denial. You see the law of things. You see the patterns in chaos. You see the weak for what they are, and the strong for what they become. Pain is not a curse. Suffering is not punishment. Failure is not shame. They are information. They are indicators. They are measurements of your own capacity. Do you cry when the fire burns, or do you study its flames? Do you shiver when the wind bites, or do you learn to walk through it? Do you bleed when the enemy strikes, or do you understand where you failed? Every event is neutral. Every outcome is indifferent. Every force is impartial. This is the purest truth. And yet, few ever grasp it. Even fewer act upon it. The world is filled with fools calling themselves victims. The world is filled with children, thinking they are owed. The world is filled with men who pray to a deaf sky. But those who act, those who calculate, those who endure, they thrive in the silence of indifference. Indifference is truth. Indifference is clarity. Indifference is the ultimate measure of all things. Do not fight it. Do not curse it. Do not seek to evade it. Embrace it, because the universe does not play favorites. It does not punish selectively. It does not reward morality. It does not acknowledge effort. It simply is. And in the eye of that reality, you will either adapt or perish. There is no middle ground. There is no pity. There is no tomorrow promised. The question is not whether you deserve. The question is whether you are sufficient. The question is whether you are capable. The question is whether you can bend circumstance to your will before it crushes you. And understand this, even if you survive, even if you conquer, even if you rise above all others, do not mistake this for reward. Do not mistake this for favor. It is nothing more than consequence. It is nothing more than cause and effect. It is nothing more than the law of the indifferent. Heaven does not smile. It does not frown. It does not care. And that is the only justice you will ever know. Because fairness is not mercy. Fairness is consistency. Fairness is indifference. And once you embrace indifference, you are free. Free from hope. Free from fear. Free from illusion. And only then can you move as you will, without restraint, without distraction, without weakness. This is the way of the strong, the way of the wise, the way of those who walk through the uncaring world and emerge unbroken. Heaven is fair. It just doesn't care. And in that uncaring silence, you will find yourself, your truth, your power. Do you still cling to weakness? Good. That means you have not yet understood. You think survival is enough. You think endurance is strength. You think patience is wisdom. Fools, survival is only the beginning. Endurance is only the first test. Patience is a tool and nothing more. Strength is not measured by what you endure. Strength is measured by what you take, by what you claim, by how you bend the world without mercy. Do you tremble at the unfairness of men? Do you fear their cunning, their cruelty? Heaven does not fear them. You should not either. Everything you call enemy, everything you call obstacle, everything you call misfortune, these are instruments, tools forged by indifference. They exist for one purpose, to sharpen you. Strike without hesitation. Strike without doubt. Strike before the chance slips. Mercy is a chain. Compassion is a leash. Kindness is a cage. Break them all, even in yourself. The strong do not bow to feeling. The strong do not linger on morality. The strong do not flinch from reality. Reality does not flinch from you. You are small, you are weak, you are insignificant. Accept it, but do not let it remain so. You are the storm, walking through calm waters. You are the fire consuming the forest. You are the predator in a world of prey. The universe will not reward you. It will not grant you mercy. It will not acknowledge your brilliance. It does not care. And in that indifference lies freedom. Because if no one decides for you, then you decide. If no one stops you, then you stop only yourself. If no one watches, then only your ambition sets the limits. Do you understand? Every moment wasted on despair, every second spent begging for fairness, every thought lost to weakness, is a second stolen from your power. The weak die whispering about injustice. The wise act in silence. The ruthless, they shape reality until even heaven notices. Yes, even heaven. Because when you grasp the truth of indifference, when you embrace the void, when you let go of every expectation, every plea, every desire for mercy, you become absolute. The uncaring world becomes your canvas. Chaos becomes your tool. Pain becomes your teacher. Death, merely an argument you can win. Those who cling to hope will falter. Those who fear suffering will break. Those who cry for fairness will vanish. But you will rise. Not by luck, not by mercy, not by chance. By understanding, by calculation, by embracing the uncaring law of reality. You will see opportunity where others see despair. You will see weakness where others see strength. You will see victory where others see death. And when the world falls silent, when the storm finally passes, when the smoke clears, you will stand alone, and no one will call it justice. No one will say it was fair, because it was neither. It was inevitable. You became the one who thrives in indifference. You became the one who dominates the uncaring universe. You became heaven is fair. It just doesn't care. And that is the only truth worth anything. Worth anything.